It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.
A place called Wojo's sat in Evergreen Park on the west side of the village for over 4 decades. But now there is something new there, and we're going to visit it for the first time over at 99th and Pulaski later on in this show, and we're going to help you get ready for the big change. School ends and your children, whether they be older or younger, will be right there next to you for the next couple of months. How will you survive? All of that and more ahead here on the EP Podcast, brought to you proudly by OSF, Little Company of Mary Medical Center, and OSF Healthcare. OSF Healthcare is here for you. Providers and communities all around this area, your health, happiness, and well-being are at the heart of everything they do. You can count on OSF Healthcare to provide the care, comfort, and support you need, focused on you every step of the way. With access to technologically advanced healthcare solutions, OSF combines innovative treatments with compassionate care to help you achieve your best possible health. Transforming healthcare, OSF Healthcare, OSF, Little Company of Mary Medical Center. This is the EP Podcast. It's 30 minutes of good, and it kicks off right now. And joining me as our first guest on this episode, she's been on the show many times before, Colleen Klimczak, our resident professional organizer. She has a podcast called Your Organized Life on the network. She is an Evergreen Park resident. Her whole family lived in Evergreen at some point. She's EP through and through.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, and thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for coming in. How was your weekend? It was a beautiful weekend. The White Sox beat the Cubs 2 out of 3. Walked them off on Sunday. I'm sorry, Cub fans. I'm sorry.
Why?
That was so exciting for me. No. It's been 5 years.
You don't have to apologize.
Awfulness, Colleen.
I know.
Awfulness. It's the first time I've actually been happy to be a White Sox fan in half a decade.
It would be really hard to run a podcast about the White Sox.
Yeah,
when they aren't winning.
I have a White Sox podcast. It's 8 years old, and the majority of my time doing that podcast has either been COVID, when there was no baseball.
You were re-announcing games.
Right. Or even worse, the last couple years, which was worse than COVID somehow, as a White Sox fan. Wow. Somehow it was worse than COVID.
So that's saying something.
I mean, they have a winning record. They beat the Cubs. I know it's early in the season, but it was fun. And I had a wonderful weekend.
Enjoy the glow. That's all good.
Yeah. And as we get into this, we're going to talk a little bit about the change that every family may be going through right now.
Yep.
With their kids getting out of school. How do you get your routines together? How do you organize your place? What if you have a college kid coming home? I have a college kid that is back in town.
Got one. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I have her and her brother leaving in 3.5 months. Him off to Louisville. Her to Barcelona for year 3 at the University of Illinois.
Pretty amazing.
For like a whole year.
Yeah.
But for now, everybody's in my place. This weekend was me sitting around talking. Like I was sitting there reintroducing her to the White Sox because she really wasn't paying attention this year because it was finals.
She wasn't,
at the end of the year.
college.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
And we just me hanging out with the kids all weekend
I love
long,
that.
which was great.
Yeah.
But also they threw off my entire routine.
Oh my gosh.
They screwed up. They have screwed up for the last week or so with having a full house. Like, I'm not getting anything done.
You guys are ready. You're ready to like settle in.
Yeah.
Like, let's get settle into whatever the new arrangement
That's why you're on the show.
Will be. I am here.
This may benefit people who are listening to the EP podcast or watching on the YouTube channel, but in reality, you're here to benefit me.
Both can be true. I'm good. We are very, I think most of my listeners are similar to me. So I totally get that.
All right. Before we get into it, Colleen's our first guest of the show, brought to you by Porter Cullen's, 99th and Clifton Park, where they offer traditional Irish cuisine, including the legendary corned beef egg rolls, Guinness battered fish and chips, along with an ongoing rotation of homemade daily soups, weekly sandwiches and salad specials, and monthly food and drink pairings, from fresh fish tacos to mushroom ravioli and everything in between. Porter Cullen's has you covered. See more at portercullens.com. And I feel like that's the other thing I'm doing. I ate out a lot in this first week because everything got thrown off with kids coming home. So as a professional organizer, listening to the fact that I have we're full right now. Okay, we're gonna be
Yes.
empty in a couple of months.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm basically an empty nester.
Yeah,
Like I have one kid left, but
I
he's
don't know if the little guy
50-50
wants to
between.
feel that,
Well,
yeah.
he's 50-50 between me and his mother. So on
get
the
it.
week that he's there, I have one kid, and the week that he's not there, I have nothing to do. But right now, I'm overwhelmed with children. So.
yes.
With any parent that is getting to the end of the school year, whether it be just with the little kids or whether or not you have a college kid coming home, what's your biggest piece of advice as an organizer, as somebody who teaches people how to use their time properly and stay in routines? What's your biggest piece of advice for them?
Got it. So the biggest piece of advice is cut yourself some slack because May is crazy. May is always crazy.
Worst month ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like May is worse than all the others, including December. And we want to celebrate everybody. We want to do all the things. Last year, my family had two high school graduations in Michigan. So there were parties it was insane. And it's wonderful. But first things first. So you ate out a lot. Okay.
I mean,
No
I feel
harm, no
guilty.
foul.
It's like
No.
I have a gym membership and I'm trying to eat well, and then I'm out eating at restaurants all week and spending money and being like, "What am I doing here?" But like, it's the only way to keep up. I mean, we've had prom. We've got graduation coming up this week. I've got a baccalaureate mass. I've got one in from Champaign.
Yes.
I've got all the stuff, and I'm planning a family vacation. I'm taking them all to Disney in July. There's just so much happening right now. Yeah.
So like you said, first things first is cut yourself some slack.
Okay.
Like that's always going to be my first, especially like recognizing, again, we want to celebrate them. Those are all wonderful things. Wonderful things. 4 years ago, we had high school graduation, a college graduation, and my oldest son got engaged in the span of 10 days in May. Because why not? Right? So cut yourself some slack. Realize that this month or even couple week period is not typical. And we don't have to expect it to be typical, right? So know that it's going to be crazy for a little bit, but also it is on all of you in a good way to figure out what in the world the rest of the 3 months looks like. So my youngest moved home. I say that like he did it. We moved my youngest home, right? So
I was thinking the same thing.
His stuff just didn't appear.
No. I had to drive down. I had to pack up 2 cars. I had to
So
bring
Mother's
everything back.
Day,
Yeah, exactly.
I was doing mother things, so we drove to Normal, Illinois, and picked up my my youngest, and we were home for like less than an hour before we went to a big family thing for Mother's Day. Again, like crazy, right? So before he came home, I made sure to make space because he was emptying out his apartment. Right? So all of that stuff that you mentioned from your daughter or your son who's going off to school, like that all has to go somewhere. So we kind of rearranged to receive all of that stuff. But then, your kids are old enough that it sounds like a family meeting. Right?
Oh, we've had that already.
Exactly.
We've had that.
Look at you. You're way ahead of things.
Well, I mean, it was one of those like, okay, you two, the old ones, sit down. There's one child. They actually got the speech. There's one child left. You're not children.
You're all adults.
You're 20 and 18.
You're adults.
Guess what? There are things. You're living here rent free by my good graces.
Yes.
This is what I expect. Like I had one of those.
That's okay though. That's good.
Yeah.
See, you're way ahead of the game. All right. But that is the, who's working where, who's going to need the car. We've got the, if you got the job, did you also remember to take off for that family vacation that you mentioned?
Right.
What are the deadlines what are the big things? Who needs to be where come August?
Is it big giant family calendar? Is that like the main thing?
It could.
Do I need to put up a whiteboard? I never wanted to be one of those people. I know there's people that plan out their meals.
No, it's
you go
okay.
into their houses, they have the big whiteboard.
It sounds
we're
like
having
you are not
chicken
that
on
person.
Monday.
No,
we're
that's
having
fine.
beef on Tuesday. Like we're going to be having family game night on Wednesday while we eat hot dogs or whatever like that. Like
That's not you.
That's not me.
Fine.
Okay.
That's great. Good to know. That's not you. And it's probably not your kids either. So we have a Google Calendar, and I regularly invite people to things. They don't always answer, but at least I know they have it. Because mine are all adults too, right? So I have he'll be 22. I have my 26-year-old who graduates from grad school on Saturday and then moves to Minnesota for the summer for 2 months. And then I have my oldest who's married with a child, so I invite them to things. So you do not have to have a whiteboard if you don't want one. But maybe some of those shared big things.
Okay.
Right? What are the big stuff? I was very grateful that the youngest came home and was taking care of he's going to be student teaching in the fall. So his first order of business, what does he need to do for August? And then he can ignore it. Right? Like that was kind of helpful. But
almost like these are the big benchmarks.
These are the big benchmarks.
You guys got to be ready for these benchmarks.
Right.
Take care of this
You've got
stuff.
months.
But
let's all recognize.
And if Dad's going to buy the food, cook the food, maybe clean the dishes. A couple of.
And that was my next thing.
Welcome back into this fold.
Yes.
I'm not adjusting for you. You must adjust to me. That's been kind of my theme. Am I wrong in that? Because that's kind of how I am. I'm like, hey, this is how it is here. Welcome back. These are the rules. These are the standards.
Yes.
This is what we're expecting. It's not crazy stuff.
No.
Hey, pick your crap up off the floor. Stuff like that.
And that would always be what is the, I don't want to say house rules because that sounds pretty rigid and pretty whiteboard.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to do that. But it's always going to be look out for your little brother. Make sure the dog got walked.
Yeah.
If you see dirty dishes, put them in the dishwasher.
All that stuff.
If the light's on in the dishwasher, you know where the dishes go.
Right. Stay away from the old man's booze.
Sure. That sounds like a very, very specific rule. But, and I bet those haven't changed.
No, they haven't.
Right? So maybe a refresher course
roll this
for everybody.
Roll this in a little bit for those that have younger kids.
Yes,
okay?
Absolutely.
They're coming back, they may be finishing all their grammar school stuff. They may be finishing up their high school stuff, whatever they're doing. And you've been used to the idea that from one time to another time, 5 days a week, you don't have to deal with kids. And now
yes.
you do have to deal with kids, whether you're off to work and you got to figure out what's going to happen while you're not around. Yeah. Okay. Or you're at home, let's say, and you raise the kids while you work from home, or if you're a full-time mom, you see what I'm saying?
Those things. Yes.
You would think this shouldn't be that hard to do.
Oh gosh,
but it's
so hard.
It's a huge change that they're in the house. So what advice do you give to those that have the little kids coming back? How do they prepare for it so they don't wake up sometime in the middle of July and say, what just happened?
Yeah.
How do I get out of this hole?
And I love that. I don't love the idea that they fell in a hole. That's not good. But I love asking that question now. So same questions, really, right? So same questions that we ask our big kids, we can also ask ourselves and also maybe get some buy-in from our little kids.
Right.
So what is it going to look like? Here's a clock. If the clock doesn't have a 7 listed first, do not wake me up. Right? Does it sound like maybe I had sons that woke up with the dawn when they were little? You still have to bathe. You still have to get dressed. There's still food to be eaten. You know what I mean? Some things don't change, but cool. What screen time expectations? We would always, when my kids were little, we would take an adventure day 2 days a week. Maybe it was just to the public library for activities. Maybe it was to the zoo or the aquarium or whatever. If it wasn't those days, go find your friends and go play.
Is that still a thing?
It was.
It felt like a thing in my house.
I'm
I don't know if
old
everybody
now,
does it, but I mean, I've said this to my children so many times.
Yeah.
Your grandmother. That's what I say to them about my mother. I'm like, your grandmother kicked
push
me
us
out of the house
door.
and didn't want to see me again until the streetlights came on.
Right?
And if I forgot that the streetlights had come on, I could be 4 blocks away and I would hear, Christopher! She'd be screaming through the neighborhood. And you would hear other moms in the background yelling Bobby! Tommy! I mean, and that's what the neighborhood was like as things got, and that's it. We weren't allowed. No. I was not allowed in the home in the summertime.
No, of course not.
Ever.
No.
Kalamazoo,
Michigan, I biked was
my friends are here. We're
hours.
Thirsty. There's a hose. That's
for hours.
Yeah.
It's terrifying when I think about that now. But I would also, and again, every family's going to be different. Right. Every schedule's going to be different. Is it work? Is it camp? Is it, we're at home? Do we travel? I don't know. But having those conversations about the big picture stuff, what the expectations are, what doesn't change is maybe a good place to start. We don't have to redo everything.
Right.
You know, foods, you know, we still got to eat food. We still got to brush our teeth once in a while. Yes, we do. Right. So like some basics. And then I always try to do fun things and also I wouldn't call them chores. I was very careful to not call them chores, but like if you want clean clothes, they need to be in the hamper for me to wash. Like that's just how.
I mean, just basic things.
Like skills.
Like we went grocery shopping this weekend.
Yeah.
And the conversation that I had with everybody of all ages was, hey, you may not want to eat the same thing that I pack in your lunch every day.
That's fine.
I get that. But what do you want?
Oh my gosh.
And what are you going to make for yourself? Because I'm not making it for you. I know you've got nothing to do during the day, but I still work. Like, guess what? Like,
Yes.
I'm not changing because school is ending.
No.
I still have to keep going.
Yes. So the joke was always, I have to continue to work to pay for the life that you've become accustomed to. Like, that's how this works, guys. You might be done. I'm not done.
Right. I don't know what you thought was happening while you were in school, but there's a reason why
Magic.
all of this stuff is here is because I was working.
The lights are on for a reason.
Doing all those podcasts. I can't turn off the network for the next 3 months because you need attention. So yeah.
Summer's actually busier business-wise for me because people are trying to get their projects done. So I usually order groceries and I have the little puck. We'll just call her the Amazon puck.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you have one of those
here
that's going to answer to me when I say her name. She keeps the grocery list. So if something runs out, tell her.
Alexa.
And she puts it on the grocery list.
Yeah.
And then once a week I order groceries and they appear and that's great. But my youngest son who moved home a week ago, I was like, what are you eating? Because I was trying to determine what I needed to restock. And I was like, I'm looking around going, did he eat?
Oh, what did he eat? I just did the exact thing with my daughter. Like, what do you eat for breakfast? I don't eat breakfast. Well, we're going to change that. Welcome back to good habits and vitamins.
What did you eat? I don't know what to restock if you don't use words. Like, I got nothing.
All right.
Costco is bringing us the 48 pack of the granola bars that he likes best for breakfast. They're already on their way.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
It was, oh my goodness.
All right. So what's going on in your house is the same in everybody else's house. Good luck to all of you out there.
I think so.
And thank you so much, Kelly.
Always a pleasure.
Building relationships, supporting the community, and service. These are the things that Country Financial stands for. They're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through Evergreen Park. They're neighbors who lend a helping hand and support the fabric of your community, including charitable organizations, sports, financial education, and civic organizations. And since Country is already your neighbor, they want to get together and chat. Call your local Country Financial representative, Mike Thauer, today at 708-425-1559 to talk about the things that are important to you and how he can help you protect them.
It is now time for the EP Podcast Word on the Street, brought to you by Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. Great lunch menu, incredible dinner menu. If you haven't eaten the food out there, you are missing out. The wine selection, the best in the area. I don't know if anybody even comes close to what they're doing over there. They're always bringing in something new, and there's a story behind every single wine, and they will tell it to you. It's quite an experience. Plus, they're doing the Rosé Soiree. That is happening Saturdays, Thursdays, right now in May. I think it creeps a little bit into June. Get online right now, reserve your spot, have a day of rosé, and enjoy yourself over at SpokenVineWines.com. Paisha Allen from the youth department was just on the last episode of the EP podcast, and one of the things she talked about was co-ed sand volleyball. That league kicking off Monday, June 8th, and then it's every Monday through July 27th, with games starting at 5:30 in the evening. 7 to 8 players open to students ages 13 to 18. $60 for residents, $75 for non-EP residents, or $350 per team in total. Register by this Friday. You're running out of time. May 22nd, register for the Teen Co-ed Sand Volleyball League being held at Klein Park, 9700 South Homan. And if you want to know about the rest of the things going on this summer at the youth department, go online, eppodcast.com, where you're listening or viewing right now. You might be on YouTube, and just check out the most recent episode before this one. The Office of Citizen Services is having their Choo Choo Chattanooga trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Kicks off Monday, September 28th, and goes until Saturday, October the 3rd. Nice long trip you want to take it with them. It includes overnight lodging to and from Chattanooga, 5 breakfasts, 2 dinners, various tourist stops in Nashville and Louisville. Fee $11.55 per person for double occupancy, or $15.85 for single occupancy. A $200 deposit due at sign up. That's it. The balance due July the 7th. Sign up for this now. Nashville's a cool town. Chattanooga's a cool town. And I'm in love with Louisville. Like, I literally talked my 18-year-old into going to the University of Louisville because I love visiting it there. So if you could sign up for this, OCS is at 708-422-8776. Get in while you still can. The Office of Citizen Services also puts on the Farmers Market that is back, 89th and Kedzie at Yukich. Kicks off at 8 a.m., goes till 1 each and every Thursday from now through the end of October. And do not forget, Evergreen Park Community Garage Sale Days, June 6th and 7th from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. No permits, 2 days, village-wide garage sales. There'll be an actual map, a list of all the places that you can go and check out what they have. And if you are actually selling something, you will be on the list as well. That list will be at the same place where you have to sign up right now before June 2nd to be a part of it. evergreenpark-ill.com. That's your word on the street. We continue on with the newest eatery in Evergreen Park right here on the EP Podcast.
The EP Podcast at one of Evergreen Park's newest businesses, the Submarine Factory. Now, this is the spot at 99th and Pulaski that for the longest time was Wojo's. So you may be driving by recently and going, oh my goodness, the building is blue. Yeah. And that's because we have somebody new in here. Augustine is the owner. This is his daughter, Yesenia. How are you both?
We are doing really good.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah, really good. Yeah,
that's awesome. You have all these different food items out here. We're going to talk about them. And what I've noticed, though, first off, is that I remember the place that was here beforehand.
Yeah.
The menu was huge, and they had like so many different things that you go and buy. It seems as though you've simplified, kept some of the stuff that used to be here, but then you've added a component which is the sub sandwiches.
Yes.
Why that?
Honestly, I feel like we wanted to keep like the. I know this was like Wojo's was here for like I think 45 years or something like that, and my dad, like specifically, I guess he wanted to keep some of that like tradition, like the burgers, we know, like that's been here for like a while, the shakes as well, like we wanted to keep that because we know that's what people here like, and like we were like, we don't want to take that, and then the subs, well, we just added the subs because we feel like we have experience with subs and we know like what kind of drives people.
I think I read in the paper your father worked at a sub shop, correct? You did that for a long time, so this is something you really like creating with the submarine sandwiches.
Yeah, like with the subs, like we really like known like the, I guess like the sandwiches kind of business, but like in general we also wanted to keep like some of like the things from Wojo's because again, like this is like very traditional, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, look, I went to school over at Brother Rice. That was 30 years ago.
Really?
So Wojo's was here then.
Yeah.
And so, like, to me, like, I've been in this neighborhood for decades upon decades. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, one day I'm driving along, I'm like, wait a minute, something's happened. So I think, and I've had a lot of people ask me, like, okay, like, what is going on over there? Yeah. But you could see that you've touched up the building, you've cleaned it up, you've got a brand new sign out there, and I've noticed that people are coming and exploring. Is that essentially the phase you're in right now, or you're noticing people are walking in going, okay, what is this place?
Yeah, like we just want to like let people know that we're here, like, and we obviously want to know like this is like a very like community centered kind of like, we have Mother Macaulay, Brother Rice, St. Xavier, and a bunch of other schools, so we want to let them know that we're here to serve the community. And essentially that's like literally why we named like one of our subs the Evergreen sub, because like we want like to show that like being part of the Evergreen community is like important to us.
Is this I'm already getting the impression that it is, but this seems like this is a family business.
Yes.
It's not only your father, you have another sister that's
Yeah.
here. Like, I mean, like, is everybody here family and friends? Is that what this vibe is?
You know, basically, that's more like a family business, owner
Yeah.
and operator. So, and we're proud to serve Evergreen. So that's why we select a special sub to get the name. Why? Because we are proud of the, the village, proud of the peoples. Why? Because we want them serve like the business, giving good food, good quality, and then good service.
So this sub right here, you were nice enough when I came in to set up this interview to set me up with a sub on the way out the door, and I think this is the exact one, right? What is the name of this one?
That is that's the generator sub.
The generator.
Yeah.
It was spectacular when I had.
Really?
Oh God, I loved it. I was
Thank
like,
you
this
so
is.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What goes into a good sub? If I remember right with this one, there's you got roast beef, salami, ham. There's cheese on there. I think there's some turkey on there, and,
Yes.
and I believe that there was oil on there
Yes.
as well. And so and then you have the veggies and everything else like that. In your time creating the subs that you're going to have here, and there is an extensive list of them. What is the key to a good sub on the south side of Chicago?
Honestly, I think it's fresh ingredients, and honestly, like we use fresh ingredients every day. So for us, that's like our main goal, just serving our customers with fresh ingredients every day, where they can enjoy the sub and feel like, wow, like they actually put effort into this. Like it's a really good sub. And yeah, like I would say that honestly, this sub is one of our most popular. Like you said, it has roast beef, turkey, ham, salami, and then it normally comes with lettuce, tomato, onion, the cheese and the dressing. We also have like the regular factory, which is also really popular. That's like chopped ham and salami, which is also really popular. And yeah, like I just feel like people really enjoy a good sub when it comes from fresh ingredients.
And it's interesting too, because a lot of times at sub shops, you get these, you get chips, right?
Yeah.
But you also have fries because you're doing the burgers and the hot dogs. So you
Yes.
can really come in here and kind of figure out
there's like a large variety of
like
things.
what's
we
their
serve.
combo? Yeah.
So yeah, we also have like the burgers here.
Are
and
these the
then-
same? I mean, are they the same burgers? Have you changed any of the way that you did what they did in the old place?
the
'Cause
old-
I want you were here for a little bit at Wojo's working here,
Yeah.
and then you were like, I'm going to buy this place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was working here for 2 years, and we basically keep the same ingredients, and the only different thing is we add the lettuce on burgers. So, and
I was going to say it looks bigger. It must be the lettuce that's making it look
there's
bigger.
the lettuce.
Yeah.
Before we use like cucumbers instead of the lettuce.
Yeah.
But right now we just switch the lettuce for the cucumber. So, but basically anything else is exactly the same thing. The hot dogs is the same. Most of the menu we keep from Wojo's. That's why, because we don't want to change. We don't want to make a big change. Let's say.
Yeah.
So we want to keep the most thing we sell and the most people they ask for it. And if anything else, the people they might want to us to put it back, we can do it. I mean, that's not a big deal for us. We want our customers to be happy with the food and the service, and we go from there. So
The fries, what do we have on here? I mean, I'm hoping this is spicy. I love spicy food. Is that what we've done here with the French fries?
Those are garlic fries. I mean, honestly, they have like a little hint of maybe a little bit of spice, but like it's just like
There's a little
regular.
kick to 'em.
Yeah,
I
there's
like
a little
it,
kick
yeah.
to it, but like honestly, I wouldn't say it's like really spicy.
They're good though.
Yeah.
Wow, they're really, really good. Are you excited about the idea that you do have these two high schools across the street? I mean, like that is, I mean, if this becomes like a hangout, that's a big deal for you guys,
no,
right?
100%. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like for us, we have more. I would say like more goals towards the future to change the place a little bit and add a couple more things. But in general, like we are really here just to serve the community and like be a part of it.
What's the number one thing? Somebody comes in here now, they want to try out the Submarine Factory. What's the thing you want them to try? Is it the shakes? Is it a certain sandwich? Is it a burger?
Okay.
Like what are you like, if you're coming in here and you want to see what's new, what do you have?
If you want to see what's new, definitely a sub.
Okay.
Definitely.
Do you have a favorite one?
For me, I would probably say like the factory. It's like a classic Italian. You can't really go wrong with it. And then like for shakes, I am a big fan of the strawberry banana. We use fresh bananas for the shakes, and it's really good. Yeah, like
I keep hearing fresh, and
Yeah.
that's what I always, when I do these interviews. I mean, sometimes you will notice when you have a restaurant that is sitting there, and they're like, it tastes better if we were doing the right ingredients and we're staying with freshness and we're trying to do something like that.
Yes,
and that's
100%.
I think that's what everybody wants to hear when they're trying to figure out where they're going to eat their food.
Yes. Oh, like, I don't know. I think we forgot to mention this earlier, but we also have like new soups.
Okay.
Soups, they've been really popular. Like, we change up like the soup every day, like depending on what day it is. Today is Friday, so we had cream of chicken with rice, and it's like honestly a hit. Like, I feel like a lot of people have been coming for that. So yeah, like, I feel like if you are coming, definitely get a soup.
Are you starting to find your own crowd? Are you noticing you're getting repeat customers that are already walking in going, oh, hey, I tried this place, I like this place, I'm coming back to this place?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, I think my dad could answer a couple, like, some of that.
Yeah, and some of the customers are just curious about it, like, oh, how this new place, let's say, because it looks kind of different now. And some of the customers, they don't even notice, like, there's a new sign, there's a old
They still think it's Wojo's.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. When you buy a place that's been around for that long, that's going to happen. Yeah,
because, and sometimes they look on the walls and they try to see the pictures, and they say, okay, what's going on? You see it's kind of like brighter in here because the color, but some of the right away notice for the pictures. So they all say, okay, now is this Wojo's anymore? We say, no, it's not. But we try to keep the same legacy for Ken. Actually, Ken Wojcicki called me like the second week when we opened up the business, and I was looking at the phone, the caller ID. I never answered the phone basically because I always busy cooking.
Right.
Most of the time. So in that time, both my daughters was busy and the phone is ringing. So I tried to answer the call, and then I answered the call and I say, Wojo's, can I help you? But probably he don't even notice, and he just told me, oh, I want to talk to Agustin Romero, whatever. And now I say, okay, that's me. And he say, okay, congratulations, and I'm glad you take over and see, because I was checking on the Facebook and all the comments and stuff. So hopefully you're doing better. Try to get the businesses like what I used to remember. That's what he told me.
Well,
so,
I'm going to tell you, I can see that you're in the right direction here. All right. I mean, you've given it a facelift. The food is very good. Okay. Like I said, I had the sandwich. I already had the sandwich. I'm going to devour this hot dog in a moment because I love it. Yeah, this is a new thing for me. I've started to get used to having it when it's run through the garden like that. I was a picky eater when I was a kid, but I'm getting to now where I want a lot of stuff on my hot dog. That looks spectacular. The burger looks great as well. And again, as I mentioned, you understand the history of the building. It's kind of a, hey, we're going to do some things here that we think would be exciting. We're going to make sure the food quality is really good. But we also remember that you remember this place, and that's why you have all those pictures that used to be up on the wall. I know if you follow the social media in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see an opportunity. If you were on a baseball team and it was hanging here forever, you have an opportunity to go and get that, and that's also a really cool thing for people that still have those memories. I love how you're honoring that, and yet you're moving forward with your own business. It's really, really cool. Thank you so much for having me here, and thanks for showing off this spread. Is there a website right now? Is it just stopping here at 99th and Pulaski? What do you want people to do?
Okay.
Do you do catering? Like what?
Yeah,
do we
do catering.
Okay.
So for any occasion, like we have like our sub tray.
Okay.
Which would basically like any type of party or anything.
Perfect time for you. Got graduation parties
exactly,
and all this stuff. You got a lot of stuff going on this summer.
So we have that. And there's like a smaller, like a mini one, and then there's like a bigger one. But yeah, we do catering. Also, we are currently working on a website. We don't actually have one yet, but our Facebook page is probably like the most updated, where we like send more updates. And
so check out the Submarine Factory on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
Yes.
That's what the older people call it. They call it the Facebook.
The Facebook.
It was called the Facebook.
No, I know. Yeah. So the Facebook is the most probably like the most updated for our business. Yeah.
Perfect. Very, very good. Thank you both so much for sitting down with me. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No,
We
thank
really
you guys,
appreciate that.
and everybody's welcome here to try the food, give us a shot, and then we go from there. Thank you very much.
It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.